WRG continue with their bread and butter here. They're going to be going outside once again. Vayner with a very aggressive angle there, completely exposing himself to Silo without any fear, in the hope that he can try and get an early pick outside, but it's actually P&D who gets the pick, and it's a slight variation. We see the 4-1 coming out of the T side now, and P&D's actually been able to get out of dodge. Great movement from him, means he's going to keep himself alive and get into the B bomb side. This is looking very good for WRG right now. There's no response whatsoever from Zion. They're all over the show.
Yeah, I think right away you're looking at the plus in this round was just pressuring door. Panda gets a free frag, and then he realizes that they're actually lobby crunching. He catches the one player looking through Squeaky, and then he's able to drop the vents. Vaynant has got a frag in response, but Bam is being a bit overzealous towards the back of Silo. Maybe he believed that he should have taken that gunfight, and it's actually fallen because of it. Vaynant, full blind, trying to get a frag on towards Zox, but actually staying in the molly. Him and Lord are going to get a frag apiece, which means like that, man advantage Zion Esports.
Yeah, that makes things so awkward as well when you consider the positioning of the remaining two T players. The flank coming through from Mulkey. As if they'd pushed immediately, they would have gone to the sides a lot sooner, but they're going to have to focus on the round, the task at hand right now. They're clearing out the areas to try and take control of this B-bomb site. They've lost their IGL once again, not before he could find a kill though. The next frag they're going to have to find is Melkis, again nestled in the corner here on this B-bomb side. He's going to look to try and make something happen. He catches Zox off guard, and he's able to get through the double door, which means he's not going to be tradable. Himself and Awesome dancing between one another. And it's Zion who have the advantage once again, Nick, until Awesome takes the initiative to find that kill on Melkis. Big round here for WRG. They desperately need to get across the line in this one.
Oh, they desperately do. They've got really decent post plants, all things considered. 2 players towards the control area, and all 3 of these Zion players are coming through the ramp. So a good flash from Falls allows for the edge to come in, but a missed. Oh, Lord just got one through the smoke. There's one play towards Dark. Falls. Bam.
Bam, edging his way around the corner, and he's going to hit the shot onto Falls. The little crash peek as he comes around means Falls can't get the adjustment in time, and he's going to win the 1 versus 1. And look at what Zion have done, Nick. There's 5 players in secret right now. They've made the read, and it looks like they're going to have a bit of an opportunity to take some frags. Awesome flying forward, on point, comes around the corner, gets greeted by the Deagle. P&D, he's going to have to get a big job done right now, along with Destroyed. They're just going to continue to force these fights. This is dangerous from WRG, probably ill-advised, but Destroyed able to eventually break the deadlock. Oh, look. Sorry, coming around the corner with the M4. He finds 2 quick kills. I didn't even see him with the backstab. He plunges WRG into absolute chaos, and now it's just Destroyed left in the clutch. So much time left on the clock, but the body is lit to the floors. His compatriots are out of the round. He has to clutch this out. There's only 23 HP between the 2 remaining Zion players, but man, oh man, what a big round opportunity this is for them, considering they came into this with the eco. Destroyed gives the audio cue away as he shoots the vent open. He's going to actually fake the plant. And Lord's in such a good position to just shut him down here on the timing. He's going to commit to it. He comes around the corner. He finds him with the bomb in his hand, and Zion win the round. What a gut-wrenching blow that is for Zion, or rather from Zion for WRG.
Zion don't seem to have identified this possibility, but now...
Bam.
Oh, good effort. Good effort.
Yeah, actually gets the shot through the wall into P&D, but Vaynant set himself up into position to trade. He will, but Zox goes one further. Off the back of that, WRG are going to be taking full control of the safe bomb side. I say full control though. A quick kill between Mulkis and Lord means that the advantage actually goes the way of Zion, but they don't need to force anything further from this point, Nick. They already have the advantage in the round, and the fact that they're looking for more kills here is costing them drastically. And the lack of experience shines through in this round as Zion gift up a golden advantage to steal this round away from WRG and go up 11-3. Now it falls on the captain in IGL, the player who's actually had a very impressive half so far, to try and clutch it out, and he's not going to be able to either. Oh man, Zion spilled the milk. Well, I mean, the one thing that he could be like is they just have Desert Eagles. So, I mean, if you were going to get headshot, you would have died anyway. And Vaynant looking to probably try and land a couple this close as he edges himself around the smoke, waiting for an opportunity. Oh, yeah. Nade chips them down, and Mulkey finds one through the smoke. Bam gets one as well. It just seems these rounds in which Zion have less to work with, they still have the proficiency to get work done. WRG are looking like they might struggle to make ends meet in.
Yeah, both these players are body shotable, which means Fisher, he doesn't know this, but he actually has a really super nice sort of welcoming for these Ts, because Destroyed as well as Awesome, they're going to have a real rough time taking these gunfights on the lower bomb side. Obviously, both one-shottable with the Deagle, Falls being the only one with armor. I mean, with noticeable hit points, so... Mulkey's playing up close. He's going to be in front of that Utah, which means he could yield himself a couple of frags. Those flashes aren't going to do nothing. He's going to get 1, he's going to get 2, and he's going to get 3.
Okay, I thought it was a headshot, but still the third kill is impressive nonetheless.
Oh, it's a lovely little ramp rush. Melky's going to throw the store.
Oh god, destroyed.
Oh
my god.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It's going bad to worse for WRG.
Yeah, P&D, the first responder here, trying and get some control, but he has to end up falling back as well. And Zion, they're just charging into this B bomb site. Falls is down the vents, and he's finally going to be getting a kill back here for WRG, but the damage has been done. It looks like Zion are still going to be committing to this B bomb site, so at least WRG have got the players in the right position right now. All 3 of them are towards the lower bomb site. You've also got a player towards the single door. That's awesome. He's waiting for his moment to pounce. And Zion are tentative in finding the plants. In fact, they're trying to find some frags before they commit. Awesome, he's been baited in by the plant. The player on the rafters, it's Fisher. He hits the shot, and bam, he takes down P&D as well. So the pistol round goes the way of Zion. But certainly have a crack at it. And there we go, Malkis mops up.
Love that.
This is going to be a bit difficult for WRG to navigate. You can see Destroyed is outside. He's going to catch the timing onto Vayne, and he pivots 90 degrees, and he takes down Lord. So at least he finds 2 for the price of 1. And P&D also going to be picking up a kill. Nicely timed peek there from him coming out of Secret. Catching Zion completely off guard. So this is looking like a stern defense coming out of WRG so far. He might be too late. So P&D recognizing how important he is right now. He's going to just put himself in the corner, gets the first, and he's going to find the second kill into Fisher as well. It's a 3-piece for him in the round. And he gets to upgrade to the AK. Yeah, no, I agree.
Why buy the A1S when you can just buy the UMP?
Or in Destroyed's case, save an AK. And then don't have any dilemma on the CT side. And where do they take this? Because they've got options available, and it doesn't look like they're immediately trying to get up onto heaven. In fact, Destroyed. How does he get a second kill in that position? He only has 2 points of health, and somehow he's still able to best Bam. He is hanging around, though, so Baynard should absolutely be getting this trade. He takes down P&D as well, and Destroyed. He's quick on the trigger because he knows he has to get that first shot off, which ends up giving his position away. However, at least Falls has been able to get a kill in the round, which means that WRG still do have the man advantage. As Zion dropped towards the B site, and there's nobody. Oh, there is, excuse me. Zox is in position. So he's the key right now for WRG, even though he's been smoked off. And he's actually going to play the long game.
Just open the door. All you got to do is take him off the bomb. Oh, that's super unlucky. I guess I don't understand.
He's trying to play the long game, I guess. And there we go, but now he's giving his position away, so I'm not sure what the school of thought was. Awesome. Going to be catching Vayne. Oh my god! They double peek and they swing into the same spray. Awesome goes down to the headshot. Falls suffers the body shots, and now it's all on Zox, who is the first responder, and he's going to be responding to the first bullet out of Lord's AK. Straight to the dome, 14-6. That should be the map done and dusted. I mean, there's enough money for them to bring up another buy, but Zion somehow get across the line with that mishmash of AKs and Galil's. Even a lack of util, but they get the job done, Nick. Oh my god, what would you just witness?
Like, WRG are giving so much respect to Zion outside, and I mean, Zion are just saying, we'll take all the map control in the world. If you want to give it to us, we'll take it. And look what they're doing with it. They're having really impactful rounds, and even though that does come down to a 2v3 at the end of it with a sick double spray down from Vaynant, I mean, Zion are having a super polished T-side. They're playing the super well. Nice changes of pace. This is a faster variation of the previous round. Launched just ripped P&D's head off. Bam's coming in through heaven. He's taken out awesome. Nice readjustment on towards there. P&D towards first vent though. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3.
Oh, Destroyed standing tall in the defense. Oh, he gets a 4th towards mouth as well. The ace is on the cards as Bam is still lurking around in the vicinity. Actually gives his position away as he rattles off a couple of shots as well. But Destroyed being the difference maker here in the round to keep WRG in the game. Oh man, those 4 kills are of such high impact, and he actually puts the AUG on display as to why it's such a fantastic weapon in that position as well.
There's dual Berettas on the server, so watch out for them.
Oh,
I'm just saying. False doesn't have head armor, so all I'm saying is dual Berettas against no head armor.
So you're saying they lose the round? Is that
no ways. I'm saying they lose the AWP. I'm saying they lose the AWP. Oh, they're waiting the ramp smoke. Little D1 flash from Elkies. That's Destroyed full blind.
Yeah, he needs to get out of here. We saw in the pistol round he decides to try and take the fight. This time he thinks better of it. And this is the type of play you should be seeing out of your ramp player. Just take Zipnix for an example. Go watch his demo every day of the week. He'll show you how to get the job done. And Destroyed, he's in form right now as he starts to feel it. 7 kills for him in the past 2 rounds. This is almost like a triple extended run now, man.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. that's always a case of poor management. And Destroyed, he's been flashed up and he's hanging around. He's got support from Awesome as well. No, he doesn't. That's on the opposite side. Destroyed able to get back, but for how long is they rampaging down, looking to try and overwhelm him, and he's only going to be good for one. The response is fairly slow. No, actually, PND, he's in position. He gets one as well. Fairly low HP. Bam making moves with the Tech 9. Zion just seems to have this uncanny ability to always make something happen in these rounds, even in which the ones that look the least likely. And there's an AUG in the sights as well. Fisher's able to get a kill. He's taking a tunnel vision onto him. Zox, he just swings out wide. He gets one before he goes down. Falls with the AUG. Keeps cool, calm, and collected. Backed himself all the way to the bank as he should have. But if he missed that shot, that was the round over.
Team Ace coming out from the boys. Each of the players from the side of WRG all chiming in. But that was an eco.
Himself some cover as he comes up. He's going to be spotting one player, rattles off the shots, and in fact, his own molly is actually what's going to be stopping him from being able to extend out far enough to take the fight. Might have actually kept him alive though, because if he goes out too far, he exposes himself too much. Falls though with Yorp has been able to get one, and he's spotted a second player outside, and he connects on the shot. Falls has really started to come alive in the second half here as well for WRG. However, he has given up the heaven position, so it's absolutely vital now that somebody else assumes that control. And there's also been Bam, who's lurked out into the vents. And there we go. You can see Zox has now assumed that control. So it's really important that everyone's on the same page. When you're making these adjustments, it's been accounted for, essentially. And now it's a 3v4. Zion starting to congregate around the safe side. You can see them trying to evaluate whether heaven's an option or not. And both Fisher, along with Melkis, have made their way up. They're going to be dropping down. Zox, though, starting to hit his shots. He picks up 2 kills. Fisher with the clutch. Oh, he gets the lineup. He doesn't realize he knows, but he has no chance because Destroyed is on top of him. And WG, man, they're going to be breathing a massive sigh of relief after that one. But this is a big round for Zion, because if they lose this 14-14 and all of a sudden they're just going to be feeling like the game's completely slipped away from them if they aren't already. And you can see WRG, they recognize the magnitude of the situation right now, playing very passively on the CT side. Not giving anything away right now. Controlling heaven all the way from the top. Watching hell as well. Not contesting outside at all right now. And Destroyed, he's going to get caught off guard. They get way too quick. And now that makes life very difficult for the A players. But also gets 2 kills. Falls missing a close one though. He's going to be making life very tough. Bam up close. He doesn't miss his shot. But oh my god, Fisher. He falls to his death. And that means Panda gets the 1v1 up against Bam, who doesn't have the bomb, but he does have time. And P&D has no idea where he is right now. My god, Fisher. His hands are going to be in his head right now, or his head's going to be in his hands, but either way, Bam is the focus in the Zion camp. And it's the EGL, the cool, calm, and collected. Oh no, Bam! That's not the first time he's actually pre-fired that angle, and he's given it away. P&D, he just creeps out and he catches him in the back. Man, oh man. And now it's everything they've got left here. It's a Mac 10, Tech 9, Galil, and they're going to try and burst onto this upper bot side once again, but also with another kill as he takes down 2. Zix on the defense as well, and WRG of their form here on Nuke as they shut down the aggression from Zion, only lose a single player of their own, and they go up onto map point here. After such a hard fight back on the CT side, it's been a hell of a run, Nick. It's been 11 of the past 12 rounds for them to have reached this point, but because Zion did so much work in that first half and the early stages of the second, they're still in this game, Nick. They're still at the prospect of one more round. You force OT and you completely reset things. So they have to still have their hopes alive here on Nuke.
The only problem is the util situation. You've got 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs, and 2 mollers to work with. If you're Zion Esports and your bread and butter has been this outside play, you find a lot of success with it in the early stage of the half. Maybe that's why they've chosen for this delayed outside play. Maybe waiting for WRG to make the first wrong step, the first mishap.
I mean, we haven't really seen Zion be super passive yet on any of their T rounds, right? Falls needs to be careful. This is just not a fight worth taking right now. Getting this kill, yeah, it's cool to get the early man advantage, but if you go down, you leave your team in such a tough position. So he has to stay alive right now, and that's why I'm really glad to see him backing off. And I mean, Zion, they only have the 2 smokes and 3 flashes remaining, along with the 2 mollies to conjure up and execute here. So they're going to have to commit to whatever they decide to make work here. And it seems like they're going to be throwing the wall of smokes outside. Or, excuse me, no. Oh, no, it's a miscom. Is that 2 smokes into Garage? Or did I not see that correctly? I'm not sure. because it looked like it was. False finds one, but now the execute into the A side comes through. It's actually not a bad result for Zion. They get a couple kills. Molly into heaven means there can't be any immediate response from WRG, and the 3 versus 3 post plants ensue. Zion alive and kicking, destroyed with the flank. Such an important first kill for him. He's gonna have spotted Lord and inside as well. He just holds down mouse button 1 as he finds the kill onto Mulkeys. WRG complete the comeback and they get themselves the win on their map pick, not without him having to work incredibly hard there. Zion with a great performance, but Nick, you can't help believe that they're going to be very disappointed that they weren't able to get across the line.
Oh, WRG 14. Dude, 14-6 to 16-14. I mean, we were speaking about slow burners. That a slow start, but I mean, coming out of it, Destroyed had an absolute blinder. Falls had some sick rounds. Zox, we're speaking at one stage, he was like 5-20 or 5-19. I think he finished that game with like 17 or so frags. Like, Zox had key rounds. Awesome at key rounds. Think about everyone on the WRG roster. All of them contributed to a round win, and ultimately, they win their map pick, which is something to keep in mind. Their map pick. 16-14. It was a bit slow, it took a bit long, but I mean, the fact is that they won up in the series.
Doesn't matter if we're on the T or the CT side, we're running mid at you and looking to take the fight.
And I think this is what's going to be the tell for the rest of the game. Awesome's going to open up this round, a flash play towards middle, but it's just going to be farming eco frags for Awesome. 1, 2, 3. Finally taken out by Vaynant, but now it's going to be Zox who's going to be cleaning things up. You can either choose to drop the smoke towards the tunnels and focus on the mid B, or you can drop the smoke towards mid B and then focus on the tunnels, which is what PND and Zox did to good effect. They smoked off the door, which meant the only place that the Zion players could go through was window. And then PND, he got 4 frags in the round because of it. Falls was taken down, bam. There shouldn't really be much to go on about, but I mean, Lords caught Falls getting a bit overzealous, which now means the 3v4. I wanted to dive more into this last round, but now this round's on a knife's edge, so...
Awesome, it just spotted Mulkeys. Yeah, make sure you remember your point there so you can cap it off after this. The problem for Zion is that the bomb is still all the way towards long, and Awesome is still alive here. Oh, but he's going to get destroyed. Mulkeys as Desert Eagle does the damage, and this is actually looking very doable for Zion all of a sudden. Zox on the angle. There's what? Smoke? Is there a second? There is. Okay. Full smokes on the cross means that the bomb's going to be getting across unscathed. And this is looking increasingly like Zion's Ryan. Vaynant on the flank. Going to be able to get on. Oh, Lord, he drops.
Yeah, but I mean, double smoke for the cross. I mean, you know what they say? Double smokes means it can stop twice as many bullets, eh? So...
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, bam! Puts him in the ground. Great start to the round here for Zion. That's exactly what you want out of your AWP on the T side of Dust 2. And off the back, they're just going to propel straight onto the same bomb side again. WRG are going to get caught napping. They haven't been able to shut them down as they've come out of the choke point. Destroyed on the angle, takes the fight. It doesn't actually realize how far forward they are. I don't think so. It's actually Awesome who pays the crucial price as he goes down. And the remaining 2 players have no choice but to save. Zion finally starting to find their flow here on Dust 2. And it looks like they've easily shifted into gear now.
Yeah, the momentum has come out from them. I mean, Bam gets the opening pick towards long, and all of them hightail it towards shorts, understanding that WRG seem to be playing this early 2-man B setup, means mid is left effectively vacant, and they understand that when WRG rather going to take long, they're going to do it with numbers, so they open up the short area of the map, which allows them to just train up. Zox and PND, they're just going to save these rifles. I'm going to say rifle because UMP, big fan of that gun. I call it a rifle myself. But basically what I was saying in the other round is, you think back to it, which was like 2 or 3 rounds ago, essentially dropping that smoke towards the door. If you're the T side, you either have 2 options, which is either to cancel, which is, you can't really do it because you think you're on a timer, right? You've smoked mid B. You're on a timer. That's 18 seconds. They've smoked the doors. And that's a longer 18 seconds if you think about it, because obviously you're not going to smoke the door. Exactly. So if you're the T's, the protocol is to either flash through the smoke or you effectively retake the site, understanding that you're on a complete timer. So the best opportunity is you have someone holding the smoke push from bottom mid. They can flash up they can line up a flash which lands just above the doors, and then you have guys going through the smoke and through the window at the same time, and then effectively you're sort of retaking the site from the CTs. But Zion, they all just ran straight to the window, and I mean that's free real estate for PND. Zox is finally going to get a frag in this round, and the same people who saved the previous round, they might have to save in this one again.
Mulkey's checking the flank is going to go down. Yeah, I think they should... I mean, I think they should still save. When you look at both Destroyed and Fall's economic situation, they would love a drop. That flash, though, is going to allow PND to just go on a bit more of an explorative mission. Zox edging his way forward. He's got the AK, so the one-tap potential is there, and that's exactly what he does. He destroys Bam, but he doesn't anticipate Vaynant to be on that off angle towards short. So now PND left to contest. He's popping them like pimples right now. It's only Vaynant left. He's playing behind Gant. He has to take the fight. He's been brought down so low. PND's got the molly as well. He pulls it out. He forces Vaynant into the open. Gets the kill, but he doesn't have the time.
Dude, he had time, but he jumped.
Do you have the music on?
Yes, I do.
Like,
he had like 0.05
I don't think
seconds.
oh man, I don't think he had enough time. But we're never gonna know unless somebody goes back and actually calculates it. But yeah, this is awkward for WRG. Falsey has no choice but to go back through the mod. He destroys as well. That does a huge amount of damage to them combined, about 120 in total, if not a little bit more. Awesome, he's in a key position right now because he knows he's safe from short. He can stay in this elevator, and it's going to be a 5 versus 5 as the bomb goes down. This could be a 4th consecutive round for Zion. They'll really start to sink their teeth into this half if they can get across the line. But awesome, he's the key as he makes his way forward. He catches Vaynant, but Malkis is there to keep his teammate alive. Now we're going to be seeing the push coming up from short. Destroys, he is low, but he's found a kill, but that's all it's going to be from him in this round. Falls missing the shot with the AWP as well. He gets double peaked, and now it's just PND left tapping away. He's going to go down as well. 6-4 Zion starting to find their mojo now on this T side. That's 4 consecutive rounds for them as they started to feel a lot better about proceedings here in Dust 2 as they're fighting for their lives in EGL One Season 2.
Now it does look like Zion, they finally found their stride, right? They've 5 rounds in a row. They've had a straight up response, but PND, his response is the AUG, the scoped weapon. He's got 3. Oh my days, absolutely love to hate to see it. Of Dust 2, so now Zion are left scratching their heads. 35 seconds left on the clock. They're just going to push the issue towards short. 3 players are going to be greeting them. How do they go? Fall's going to open things up. Destroyed is going to take out Lord. Fall's another missed AWP shot, but Bam is going to miss one in response. Fall's going to go back. 6 shots.
Shot, boy. And PND is going to be closing out the proceedings. The man who opened things up finishes things off here for WRG.
Zox is pushing lower. He can catch the ball.
Was he spotted is the big question.
No, he definitely was not.
Okay, coming up around the corner, he's going to dispatch of Melkis. He spots out the second player as well. It's just about how much can he get done from this position, because one and done doesn't really validate it in my opinion. And Destroy's going to pick up a kill as well, but he's in dangerous position here. He doesn't realize the imminent danger, but awesome. He's the key in the round. He comes around the corner, misses the first shot, then have a second bite at the apple, and it's actually the prolonged spray that gets the job done. Now it's the young gun Bam who's left in the clutch.
Zion are playing strong long, so they're giving all this information to the T's, but they are making sure they can get rid of this long lurk. Awesome, he's been found out. Now they understand that the other part of the map under question is going to be the short area. But if you're Zion, rather just stay alive, play retake. You can perfectly long position. They only have 3 flashbangs, so maybe they're going to be inclined to go for a frag prior to that. But this mid lurk from PND could get found out, or the exact opposite. He could get some success on towards Fisher.
Oh, okay. Looking interesting. 3 versus 3 as Destroy takes down Lord as well. This is becoming slightly precarious right now for Zion as they do look to commit to the retake, but Falls is taking down another, and this is where things become dicey. Both Malkis and Vaynant still hanging around. Malkis ticks to the molly, so they're aware of his positioning as well. Not only that, but WRG have gotten back to decent post-pump positions. In fact, they look to try and force the fight. Oh my god, that looked very messy at one point, but eventually the frag is found. It's a 3-piece for Destroy in the round, going into the rest of this round. So options available, and it looks like Zion want to try and re-explore towards long off the back of that flashbang. It's going to be Lord who goes 1 for 1. I'm not a fan of that. I don't think that was necessary. Rather look to take short control at that point once you've given up long, and a 1-for-1 trade, as we always say, favors the T side. However, at least Zion, they do have players in position right now towards the safe side, but they're all stacked on top of each other, so they're forced to take the fight towards long. Good decision. They just committed to that from the get-go. Now it's Bam on the angle, but he misses that all-important shot, and he's going to get taken down by Zon. Now the tables are turning. PND goes large with the double kill, and it's all completely unraveled for Zion. I thought they had a great decision there to commit to taking the long fight, but then they hang around in no man's land, and they start getting picked off. Falls finishes off the round, and that's 13-8.
Falls has taken a bit of a blow early in the round, but I mean, Zion, the utility's not looking great. Nothing's going to go your way this round unless you get an opening pick, and that's what Vaynant's trying to do towards middle. But he could be caught in no man's land. Destroyed. He's got 1.
Oh, man.
Vaynant ducking and weaving. Overzealous on the peak. Zox picked up 1 in the meantime. And now it looks like it's going to be 14-8. But I mean, Lord, he's got 2 frags. Bombs towards T spawn. Awesome.
Okay. The problem is, I mean, I still would have said it's round over if the bomb wasn't all the way back towards T-spawn. So what this means is Zion have a little bit of extra time to try and conjure something up. And not only that, but Law's gotten in position here to shut down the bomb getting across. And you can see Zox has realized he has to aid his teammate here to make sure that he's going to have a safe passage into the site. And the timing might just be off here. And there we go. Awesome gets dropped. Zox left his teammate too soon. Now he's only got low HP to take this fight. He's going to go down to Lord as well. The round's completely unraveled. It's only PND left.
In terms of how this map could fare out, Mulkey's just going to press the issue towards middle. He can get some opening frags in this eco of WRG. And Lord, the confidence is brimming. It's overflowing.
Yeah.
And this is Zion's passage back into this game.
Yeah, big kills there. WRG have to reevaluate the situation now. It seems like they're going to try and split through middle on towards the B-bomb site. And that's a great shot onto Mulkeys. That opens things up drastically now towards the B-bomb site. It's isolated the lone defender, Fisher, who's decided to try and play behind the box here. Taking the angle towards tunnels. Going to be swinging wide. He catches Destroyed, but he does get traded out by Awesome. Now the tables have turned. It's WRG who find themselves in the favorable position. 2 versus 2. As they turn it into a post plant. Awesome, he also has a molly to work with. And Zox is all the way back on the platform here. Ducking behind the corner, waiting for information. As he peers his head up. Going to be spotting both of the players. He's waiting, biding his chance. Oh, and it's clean as you like. Look at the kill distribution. It's actually super evenly distributed for Zion at the moment. Bar Bam, who's like slightly far behind the rest of the pack. But outside of that, 17 kills on 3 players and 15 on Fisher. So, I mean, very even between those 4 individuals. On the flip side, oh my god, Destroyed and Falls. They open things up and start to cement what seemed like the looming result here. Destroyed will get taken down, so it's going to be on his teammates' shoulders to convert this round. Zox, need to get your AK out, lad. Need to get your AK out. In fact, you don't, because your IGL has you covered. PND secures the kill. Picks up his 25th. Lights out performance from himself and Destroyed. 48 kills between the two of them. And Zion have been eliminated at the hands of WRG here in the 3rd round of the lower bracket in EGL Season 2. Nick, you can't help but think how things might have been different if they were just able to get across the line on Nuke. I mean, can you imagine what the state would have been in the camp on the side of WRG if they'd lost that like 16-6, for example, coming into Dust 2?
I mean, like, it's all ifs and buts, and I think if Zion actually ended up winning out that map, it would have been a completely different story coming into Dust 2. Obviously, as you alluded to, there was at a stretch where there were 16 rounds in a row, I think you pointed out, maybe even 17, where it was round after round after round. And yes, it was spread over 2 maps, but the fact is that you're able to post that many rounds in a row where Zion feel like they're not going anywhere. They're not finding any success, not finding any sort of stranglehold on any sort of round. And the fact that you've lost so many of those in a row, even though it's over 2 maps, WRG had a really slow start on Nuke, but they ended up finishing it out. They had a really good start and a really good first half on Dust 2. And I mean, ultimately, they were able to win out both maps 16-14 and 16-10.
So you guys make the comeback in the end. This crazy comeback. You win 10 consecutive rounds in regulation. And you actually kind of, low-key, it's like you guys, now you shifted into gear. You made it look relatively easy in the end there on Nuke, winning those 10 rounds. What's the mentality of the team going into Dust 2 at that point after making that comeback?
Pretty much the same. Like, every round's hard. Every round's important. Just
giving it the same respect,
just do
basically.
what we need to do. Yeah, like, I think you can't at the moment... You can't do it anymore where you're just like, lol, we're just gonna roll over these guys. You know, like, everyone's got really good aim nowadays. They're playing a lot better Counter-Strike. Like, guys are playing together. It's not like 2 or 3 years back where, you know, you see you playing a team that like Zion, I'll say, and then you think you can roll them, you know. But like we saw yesterday, and today even, like, I still think they played really well.